I remember I had this moment where I was sitting on my couch and I was thinking to myself, and I actually made a cry out to God and just said, if I just had a place where I could go, and I had a chance to correct some of the mistakes, erase some of the regrets that I had about the choices that I had made in life. And I just remember crying out if there was any way. One night I was out driving while I was intoxicated. I was drunk, and I was pulled over by the police, and they gave me a choice to either go to detox or go to jail. I said, well, I'll go to detox. I knew that I needed something. I needed to make a change. So I asked one of the workers at detox about programs. It was on my heart at the time. I felt like, I was spiritually bankrupt. So I asked about if there was a faith-based program that she knew of. She gave me some information about the New Life program through the Denver Rescue Mission. And then when I got out of detox, I had no place to go at that point. I had burned all my bridges, and so I was homeless for all intents and purposes. My sister picked me up and dropped me off at the downtown shelter. I talked to the intake chaplain there, J. Earl Krebs, and he said there was a wait list for the program, but he put me on the wait list. But he reserved a bed for me while I was waiting to get into the program so I wouldn't have to sleep on the streets. I was happy to have that opportunity and looking forward to getting into the program. During that time, I also got to work to kind of stay busy, and what I did, the job that I had there was I checked the guests into the bed on the computer at night. And so not only did that teach me responsibility, but there's an important revelation there that I had. In between the guests and myself when I was checking them in, there's glass in between where they stand and the desk that I was sitting. And I realized that, the only thing separating me from them at that time was that glass. And because I was in the program, I was on the other side of that glass. And that's when I realized, that this program, that this is a provision of God, that this is a blessing. It gave me a place to stand. It gave me a place to be, to establish a foundation of sobriety. And I didn't have to worry about bills or where I was going to sleep. I just had to worry about what I was going to do and how I was going to mature and how I was going to improve. And so there was a lot of hope there. There was hope of what was to come. I think in the book of Joel, there's a verse that says, I will restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten. And I think that for me, that was very true. Eventually, as I became more mature, and staff members helped me along the way, after I had that foundation of sobriety and I had learned about the Lord, I was able and given the opportunity to go back to school. And so in that point, I still worked and I was able to earn my degrees, my special education degree, finish my psychology degree, and finish a math minor. So now that I'm out of the program, I'm in my 11th year teaching math at an alternative high school, and I have a family. I have a wife, I have an 8-year-old daughter, I have a house, and it feels great. I have a life again. I have joy. Without God, without the help of the people at the mission, I could not have done any of the things that I did. Without the New Life program, I wouldn't have a new life. I wouldn't be sitting here today. It's safe to say that if the road were easier, I wouldn't be where I am today. And where I am today is right where I'm supposed to be.